When producer Fraser Campbell suggested that I do the old African-American spiritual Down in the River on my Face the Waves album, I was excited to get on board.
I went down in the river to pray, studying about that good old way, and who shall wear the starry crown? Good Lord, show me the way.
The song reminds me of my grandpa, Reverend Canon Thomas Nisbett, who used to sing these old spirituals as an 11 and 12-year-old boy in an a cappella group called the Nisbett Brothers. And they would travel all up and down Bermuda, singing in churches and at different events. Little did he know at that age that he would become a trailblazer and a history maker in his country. February is Black History Month, and I want to take a moment to honor my grandpa and his legacy.
Oh, sisters, let's go down, come on down. Oh, brothers, let's go down in the river to pray.
Born in 1925, he is currently 97 years old at the time of this recording. In 1947, at age 22, he felt the call to go into church ministry, and so he became a licensed lay reader. Now, his long-term goal was to stay in his country to become an Anglican minister, but there was only one problem. The bishop at the time refused to ordain him because he was Black. They say when one door closes, God will often open a window, and that's what happened with my grandpa. Barbados, the country of Barbados, got a new bishop, and that bishop said to my grandpa, you know, no one wants you, but I want you. So he went down to Barbados, got ordained, but the desire to work in his own country and to minister there never left. After 2 years of working in Barbados, he found out that Bermuda had gotten a new bishop, so he picked up his dreams and headed back home for a 10-day trip. The new bishop said to him, Thomas, I'm going to tell you the truth. Bishop Williams didn't mention your name when I spoke to him in England. What would you like me to do for you? My grandpa had one question. Is there a future for me here in the church in Bermuda? It was in that moment of courage that the tide shifted for my grandpa. This new bishop gave him the yes that he had been hoping for. He told him to go back to Barbados, finish out the stint that he was doing there, and then they would find a place for him in Bermuda. I asked him about this experience over the phone one time, and he said that alone was worth that 80-pound round ticket to Bermuda. He later became the first Black Anglican minister in the history of Bermuda. You can read articles about him online, and I'll just read to you this little excerpt from his Wikipedia page. He was appointed Officer of the Order of the British Empire, OBE, in the 1992 New Year Honors for services to the community. 20 years later, he was awarded the Order of St. Mellitus by the Bishop of London for his contribution to the church in Bermuda and elsewhere. How many times are we tempted to give up on a God-given dream because we experience rejection or even hatred? And I just feel so inspired by my grandpa's story that God is bigger than racism, rejection, even societal norms. Things may not come to pass in the timing or way that we expect. The path may be filled with tons of unexpected turns, but He is still faithful. And if God did in fact call you to a specific path, then He will make a way for you. Let me leave you with this encouraging word from 1 Corinthians 15 verses 57 and 58. But thanks be to God, He gives us the victory through our Lord Jesus Christ. Therefore, my dear brothers and sisters, stand firm. Let nothing move you. Always give yourselves fully to the work of the Lord, because you know that your labor in the Lord is not in vain. So I just want to say thank you, Grandpa. Thank you for your legacy. Thank you for how you've opened doors, and you're a history maker and a trailblazer, and I love you.
Oh, mothers,